Greetings, friends of the truth. Today I'm gonna share with you very important information you need to watch. End of the video. Let's start. The reptiles have retreated underground and are currently preparing to flee. As a result, many humans are disappearing. All exits are sealed. Everything is closed. This is their reason for blocking and telling a second or third wave of viruses. Their plan is to leave Earth with their ships shortly before the arrival of the sunlight flash. As soon as they leave their orbit, they are caught in the Galactic Confederation's crossfire. As this is still an intergalactic war, and attempts are beginning to expand to the surface. Therefore, they intend to take as many human hostages as possible and use them as human shields to ensure a safe passage through the Confederation fleet. Although the Confederation can theoretically accept a partial population loss by extracting the souls of these captured humans before they are damaged on the reptile ships. A Star Command has such a technology, it becomes crucial for a certain mass to actually save everyone. The main problem, however, is that the souls of these people can be trapped using energy fields on the Dark One's ships, and the Chimera with its exotic technology can damage them even on a non-physical level. The Galactic Confederation's first priority has always been to prevent unnecessary suffering and harm to humanity as much as possible, and the reptilians know this. That is why they want to capture as many people as possible just before they event, in masses with huge ships. According to the Pleiadians, at least a third of the population. They will not reveal themselves during these operations. They will simply give themselves up to another controlled power. They will never reveal themselves to humanity. They don't seem to be interested in solar flesh either. Their plan is simply to change the planet again. Take a part of the population that is kept as farm animals and simply install a new grid somewhere else. They already have a new planet for their new planetary concentration camp. According to Pleiadian sources, somewhere in the Alpha Centauri system, the Cabal is currently preparing for it, hence the lockdown. They don't want people traveling around anymore. They want people at home, and they want to be tracked down so they can be rewritten much more easily. One problem, however, is that the reptiles cannot tolerate high vibrational positive energies. They cannot tolerate the presence of people with high vibration, so they can only use people with low vibration as hostages on the ships. This is also the reason for the ongoing blockade, the flourishing race war, and the civil war conditions that the cabals want to trigger. They need people in fear and hatred to ensure the lowest possible vibration. The Pleiadians would say they need contaminated people. This is the plan of the dark forces at the moment, which does not mean that it has to happen this way. Needless to say that the forces of light know this. And obviously have an opposite plan. However, the Galactic Federation is calling on humanity to stop their fighting, racial hatred, fighting in internet commentaries, disputes, negative thoughts, etc. It is now more important than ever to keep the vibration high so as not to be taken hostage by the reptiles, because the target group will be people who are still completely trapped in the matrix, who know nothing about such things. Who are involved in current conflicts and hatred, who eat meat like the reptiles themselves. Who generally tend to live an unhealthy lifestyle, who are open to the provisions of negative beings, etc. The Pleiadians say that this will also affect many people from poor or remote areas of the world who are completely unaware of the situation, including the Amazon rainforest. Many goddesses incarnated there, plus reptile stronghold, Africa, another reptile stronghold, and Asia, especially India. Blog readers like this one are generally awake and spiritually active people would probably not be affected as their repression is already high. But it is still important to maintain neutrality, peace, purity, to enter nature. Meditate, retreat, purify, chant, cleanse their chakras, eat healthy food, practice yoga, connect with the source, and pray for humanity. Moreover, it is no longer a matter of accumulating materialism. The times are long gone. It is now about acting shamanically in order to make the daily spiritual routine going and to send peace, tranquility, and love into the quantum field, flooding the crystalline grid of the earth. Everyone is allowed to cleanse the earth with light. If 100,000 people were to do it every day, the reptiles will no longer be able to stand it. That is why they are currently disturbing everything. They need as many people as possible in these negative energies to manifest their ideal escapist scenario. But humanity has to get out of there. It is also important to protect yourself while sleeping, as reptiles and other negative beings are now increasingly attacking on a non-physical level. So it is also important to be a warrior of light now, to fight against it and to keep the light on. Now it is about fulfilling the mission to save humanity and souls, and not to be brainwashed by politics, left-wing thinking, racial conflicts, or religions. It is only an occupational therapy controlled by the Kabbalah. For the rest of the year, in the autumn, the economic consequences of the virus block will actually take effect. All previous effects will not even be worth mentioning in comparison. We will not return to the old normality. Clairvoyant surface sources also point out that this autumn there may be an accident that could or will practically stop the world. It is therefore recommended to keep selfless at home. There is not much information about
Let's talk about timeshare maintenance fees. Timeshares love them because they increase like clockwork every year.
this, but it is assumed that the cabal will hold an organized event in 9/11 style, although they are currently pushing for a second pandemic wave. It will probably be something else, something much bigger, perhaps even an external threat, as these plans exist, and the cabal is also slowly running out of options. It could, indeed, be a staged alien false flag, especially given the information the Pleiadians have released for this update. This doesn't necessarily have to be the mass capture mentioned above. It could just be a first shot of the secret space program, Dark Fleet, as prequel. Remote viewing sources see the autumn chaos where nothing will simply work. Several time periods are mentioned, but September and November seem to be the focus of attention. When I have more information about this, I will publish it. Also keep in mind that these are the current plans, regardless of whether they are executed this way or during this period. This is not 100% predictable, as the forces of light are taking up appropriate countermeasures. However, there is a high probability that something big will happen in autumn. It is important to stay calm. We are close enough to it, but it will be turbulent. However, the forces of light announces that they have their protecting hand on mankind. Please share as much as possible. See you later. Thanks for watching.